Ben sadece biraz eğleneyim derken tanışalım istedim. Bu kadarı yeter artar onun olsam bak kaçamam dedim. Girerse ister her şey pisleşir.
There was a Windows update, and I didn't... Every time with the Windows update, I don't know why it does that. I put it on here to check after updates that the thing is working or not. Yeah, this is check microphone settings, especially after an update. Yeah, it's stupid mother flippin' Pagorli bot. Why do you do this every time? There we go. That'll guarantee it'll get messed up next time there's an extend, but that's okay. Okay, so I had my many tabs from Reddit that had interesting games, and then I want to update my resume. Yeah, I almost had a interview this morning because it was like, oh, just put a time on my calendar and then we'll talk, and I did that, and then they came back with a message that was like, hey, can we move it? It's like, oh, okay, well. Although I'm a little hesitant because it's for Palantir, and I'm like, you guys named yourselves after the the evil ball from Lord of the Rings. That's the decision that you made to call your company. I kept thinking of the you do it out of bot love. Working on something very important for me in your game. Again, I think you already had like a color palette for me in the whatchamacallit. If you are talking negative space. Oh, unless you're talking updates to make it possible for me to play through. So. No offense, you hope you don't get it? The update? You hope I don't understand the update? You got me kind of curious, but... I'm also one of those people where it's like, if somebody says, hey, you don't want to know, I trust them. I say, you know what? I'm never going to look up Two Girls, One Cup. Enough people have said, it's bad and gross. And then I've heard a slight description of it, and it's like, that sounds disgusting. This is why we've never looked it up. So, if you're saying, oh, hope you don't get it for Palantir. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, I don't know. There's just been so many jobs where I'm like, do you want to work for the military? No. Do you want to work for an oil company? No. Do you want to work for an insurance company? No. Like I said, I'm there's part of me that's like, well, if I could get a casino job, Then I'll get the Infinity Stones of harming society. So, have path splines for all levels. Okay. I only need to add some particles that follow those splines. Okay, so you do have like a hint system as to where to go. That's a good idea. Or you could just have Luigi. Okay, I did have that tab pulled up already. You could just have Luigi play the level for you. Oh, and I still need to figure out music. I don't know. WMD I like, but it's a little too chill, so. I already pulled this up somewhere. Yeah, I did. I don't know. Some of it is the like, if I can go into an interview and they can say, oh, here's the things that we do and do not like about your resume, that'll also help me say, okay, this is something I should focus on. So, and just to get into the like habit of here's an interview. Yeah, I made the mistake yesterday of drinking too much tea late in the day and then was staying up kind of late, as in 11 o'clock, which is late for me. Well, late for me when I'm left to my own devices. There's a lot of these I know, though. This is fairly chill. I don't know why I'm feeling chill. Wait, this didn't get pinged, did it? No, this is just random little bits and bobs on YouTube. Oh, so they... Oops, that's not what I meant. I meant the other one. I meant this one. Here. Okay, so they did a year of albums. That's a lot. And then stopped. Are they still doing random stuff or not? Also, ad break. I might actually take the ad break to use the restroom. Oh yeah, because that was my curiosity question. Open inside glad? Thank you. What else did they have? Because I know they were doing stuff on YouTube for a while. Okay, so they're still dumping stuff onto YouTube. But they stopped the albums. Okay. That's neither here nor there. Now this, which is also neither here nor there, but these are things that looked interesting to me on Reddit. And it's just so much easier to click all of the links here. Yeah, the fact that this is made by one person is crazy. Now, it did take them 5 years to do, but... Also, holy heck, there is a lot going on. Well, it's a dynamic combat system where players control 2 characters. Oh, this other big guy here? Who doesn't show up in hardly any of the screenshots? This just looks insane. And for a single person, that's crazy. Yeah, okay, they've been doing devlogs on this. Quit their job a year ago. Yeah, but they've been doing this for like years, though, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, and then this one. Oh, this was the one I just saw an ad that was like, hey, it's like Morrowind. They're like, Elder Scrolls is taking so long. Look, we made Morrowind. An indie developer team made Morrowind in the time that it's taking them to dump to make Elder Scrolls 6. Of which I played a bit of Skyrim and I kind of enjoyed it, but didn't get super far. This does look cool though. That's the thing. It's like it only helps if you buy the game though, right? Well, no, I guess it helps a little bit if you wishlist. And I'm assuming clicking on all the links vaguely helps too. They're also making this? Oh, that's what they said, was that other game was a prequel to whatever this is. So, I guess if I'm invested, let's click all the links. This is also coming soon? How do they have so many things coming soon? This also looks insane visually. Sure, why not? I'll bloat my wish list even more. Okay, yeah, this I've seen. The fact that it's a cart maker, though. I'm kind of surprised there hasn't been more like Mario Kart-esque stuff. Or I don't know if this is more Diddy Kong Racing either. But the fact that it's a whole make your own kart racing thing is interesting. Yeah, okay, and this is why I click all the links again, because no matter how many times I've seen the dumb dad blasted mother flipping games, I go click on the links, and for some reason, some of them have not been clicked on. I don't know if it's going through and clearing out stuff. If it says, oh, this is an old... You haven't looked at this in forever, meaning you don't want to look at this anymore, so we're just going to get rid of that follow. And I don't know if that's the case or not. I'm like, I do like a grid. I do like little guys. Like little orc guys. Yeah, okay, then they're doing the kind of isometric that gives you the most amount of space around the characters. I guess that's the thing with eugenics. It's just that they made the... Because that's also isometric, right? That was the one thing I was noticing about isometric, and I think why people like it, is the fact that it gives you a lot of room. As long as you don't make things too big, and that seems to be what they did here. Yeah, because a default cat here takes up not only this space, but visually takes up this space. So it's like, I think if they made the cats like half the size, everything would be a lot clearer. I guess you don't even need to make it half the size, or you just make the grid spaces wider. Because that seems to be what they did here, is they just have wider grid spaces. Wait, how big is the grid? Yeah, okay, it's either a 5x5 or a 7x7. It seems. I had a 5x5 grid until I upgraded it to a 7x7. Interesting. That's the thing. Am I gonna play like a racing game thing? I never played the first one of this. I think I'm good. This looks kind of like Trials, except with a car or something. Oh, this has some like Hot Wheels energy to it that I'm like really digging. I haven't played with Hot Wheels and... Oh, okay, no, this is just Trials. Now, do I like Trials? I don't know. I've never played Trials. I don't know if it's a thing I would like. Again, it's not gonna hurt to throw it on a wish list and to throw it on a social media thing. Except that I'm not gonna see anything on social media, but I don't anyway, because it's not like I do anything on X. I don't do anything on... I don't think I've even booted up Blue Sky in a while. Okay, so it's just a page that says, hey, go wish listed on Steam. Yeah, this was a remind me. Yeah, because the whole world is a Rubik's Cube and then you move between the different rooms. I feel like there's another game that's done this kind of thing before, but... Yeah, and then they had these where you slide things around too. Oh, and was there socials to follow? They tend to be at the bottom. Yes. Although, like I said, I don't really follow. Yeah, I'm trying to get back into the posting a comment on everything I see. It does feel like you... Yeah, the only problem with it is then I just don't... I don't know, maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's not. Is that then I just don't look at social media. Then I just don't watch the video. Mortal Glory? Chambers of Devious Design. These sound familiar. No, you don't want to recognize. So what were you? Okay, I thought I remembered this. Yeah, this is one of those like ambitious pixel art tactics sort of things. Okay, and then what was I looking at here? They did pirates. Oh, and apparently I already clicked on that. Ah. Okay. Yeah, they've done some amount of YouTube stuff. Maybe one day I'll get back into doing YouTube stuff a little more regularly. Yeah, this was just somebody who sells pixel art at conventions, and I was kind of curious. Do they have, like, buttons? Because that's what I was trying to do, was make pixel art buttons. Well, I say trying, but I did actually do that. Pixel Oppa, that's fantastic. Oh, these are the featured ones. Yeah. Because I do remember digging through here. So they're not, no buttons actually. Oh, and then original works just being... I was like, but these are, that's fan art though, I don't know. Like, how is that an original work? Exactly. Oh, and then this looked like just a fun, dumb ragdoll game. Although they have a lot of cutscenes of, like, characters talking. It's like there's also a narrative to this, throw a ragdoll around. Seems kind of wild. Hello. I'm clearing out all of the games that I saw on Reddit. And then I will do something. Maybe. Yeah, and we'll see how long I stream for. I know I said noon to 4, but... Ooh, a random SoundCloud. I already had TikTok pulled up. Yeah, we can definitely pull up a random SoundCloud. And yeah, that has 1 follower. Interesting. I mean, why link it if you're gonna do it like that? Okay, and then I don't need the stream music going. Now, we're doing a no comms past the game challenge for LD, and my time slot is between 3 AM and 8 AM. How fun. That sounds miserable to me. I'm an early morning person, but 3 AM sounds too early. That's too much. Okay, so did I want to redo my resume? Did I want to work on my portfolio? No, the things I wanted to do were my journal, which I'm not doing that on stream. Job applications, which I'm not doing that on stream. Going through my email, which I'm not doing that on stream. This is the issue here. Right? It's like, oh, all the things I wanted to do were not stream-related things. Which is partially why I wasn't streaming as much, because all the stuff I wanted to do was not stream-related. Yay, I got a rejection at least. It's at least nice to get an acknowledgement of like, nah, sorry. If I had that time frame, probably just not go to sleep the day and stay up until 8 AM. That'd be easier for me, but still brutal. Nah, since I'm an early morning person, I think I would go to bed like early and then wake up at 3 AM. Oh boy, 3 AM. Time to make games. Yep, and now I'm like, I'll just do my email anyway. Although I think if new retro wave is probably pretty big enough to... This isn't a very big... Is it? Is this a big label? Can I see how big this label is? I guess if I just go to here. that doesn't really tell me. I guess we'll just see if Twitch pings it as bad. No. Yeah, you're not gonna go to bed at all. Well, I was like, I keep you guys up until like 2 in the morning anyway, right? Hey, Mech Tech Kid, it's Fundingo. Yeah, the most interesting stream. I'm just going through my email on another screen where it can't be seen. I don't know why Meal does this. I'm like, I like Meal. I like the songs, and yet they're like, here's slowed and reverbed, and it's not in an album. It's like, oh, I just slowed and reverbed and made it its own single. Like, that's just obnoxious, because then I get like 5 different notifications that there's new songs, and they're not new songs, they're just modifications. Is that cheap enough? I didn't realize sulfur was so expensive. Oh, and it's only still in early access. That's always the thing. It's like, I never know if a game is... Yeah, when you see a game. The art in this game is fantastic. Wow, in early access and it's made nearly 3 million? Gee whiz. Oh, and it's because it's Friday. Bandcamp Fridays was gonna put a lot of stuff on here. Wait, have I ever talked about this Mobiticum thing? I have the like, it's on my email as like a thing. And they always talk about their conference, but I'm like, I'm not in... yeah, Istanbul. I'm like, I'm nowhere near Istanbul. But I don't think anybody is anymore. So it wouldn't matter. Oh, and then it's one of those things of like, I like this Substack. I like the Stephen Totillo stuff here. But then I scroll down and it says, oh, I need to be a paid member to read this. Plus, I don't know that I care that much about Pragmata. It's somebody said it's like a there we go. Somebody said that it's like Mega Man. And yeah, not even you. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about us. I'm like, oh, I know somebody. No, I don't. They're not anywhere near Istanbul. That's not what I meant. Review? No. Where's Steam? I was gonna say, I thought I was on Steam, right? Overwhelmingly positive. Were people that excited about, as Yahtzee says, a hairy dad game? I guess you can't see how hairy the dad is under the suit, but... This just never interested me. I don't know. It's when I see flashy graphics, I assume that that's what they put all of their time and effort into, is the graphics. So... And I'm more interested in gameplay. Did spend 38 years of your life there, though? Wow, you're old. That's what I took away from that. Oh, I'm thinking of, I know there was one victory for democracy just a little bit recently with Viktor Orban in Hungary got voted out. Now, it sounds like they're just voting in a different right-wing person, but... I mean, it was like, what, 16 years or something? Okay. Am I good with going through my email? I think so. It's looking... Museum Film Festival. That's the neat thing about this Lady Gamers reviews. Is that it's a lot of games that I have not heard of at all. I mean, there's a fair amount that are like Sudokus and visual novels and stuff, and it's like, oh, that's why. Or, yeah, these nonograms. So... Yeah, whole world is leaning right, sadly. That very much seems to be the case. Like I said, though, that was the one small victory for, you know, at least voted out Viktor Orban. Yeah, I don't know if there's been anybody, like any country across the world that's gone, like, more democratic or left-leaning. James A. Caster to star in a new Apple arcade game. What? Well, it's like Jacksepticeye is going to be producing a Bloodborne adaptation. It's like, that's also kind of wild. James A. Caster is getting in on this. What is this exactly?
Welcome to Beep Beep City.
That is James A. Caster.
Efficiency. All we have to do is keep it moving, baby.
Huh. Neat.
What is that?
I didn't realize James A. Caster had any interest in video games.
What?
Hard to tell. Wait,
Already ruined the day, wouldn't you?
is this a mobile game? Is this an indie game? Is this... I guess it's Perchang World, and it's like no other. Okay, 7% in indie game studio. In
And it's
Ilford.
gonna be blue to activate blue objects.
Okay, this does look kind of... I had so much fun with,
So, how's your first day going? Well, we're not dead.
Automatoys. There we go. I got there. Finally, so... Gonna be streaming something? What's the thing to be streamed? That is not being streamed, I guess? So... Oh... Apple Arcade? Oh, it did say Apple Arcade, didn't it? I don't have any kind of Apple device. Well, if it comes to something that's not Apple... Maybe. I guess this is a glimpse into why it takes so long for me to go through my email and do anything. Yeah, Stream Hatchet has some good stuff too. I like their look into streaming. Why you gotta lag out so bad? Yeah, and then they give you all of these, like... Oh, okay, no, this is... I was like, Ludwig and... No, wait. Is this the old tip-to-tip? Because they tend to bring back old articles. They put it all under, like... So is this new? This is new, okay. Galaxy Showcase. Is this also new? No, okay, Halloween. Yeah, okay, it's a 2024 article. They just bring back old news articles, which is kind of odd. Well, I guess this is a way to make... I can make a couple cents by just streaming me going through my emails. On pub. Yeah, which I missed, but I was doing AwesomeCon. I think I was doing AwesomeCon at the time, so I was like, yeah, okay, of course I'm not going to be doing on pub. Yeah, this is an interesting newsletter that I subscribe to, where it's just a guy who takes other newsletters and puts it into, like, a summary of, here's what this newsletter said. Yeah, I don't tend to like this one, but I do tend to glance at it occasionally, because some of these, yeah, like Newzoo, I don't think I follow much. Yeah, some of these really in-depth mobile game newsletters. Okay, so it was Q3 and then Q4. So Q3 2025 was the highest Roblox, and now it's falling off again. Yeah, okay, because I was reading that one article that said, oh, Roblox is where it's at in the future. It's a Chinese game, and Roblox games are the way to go in the future. But I think they also said, like, PC, surprisingly. It's funny to see the last name Sharma after watching season 2 of Bridgerton. Because they had a character that had the last name Sharma, so now when I see Xbox CEO Asha Sharma. Can I not click on the article? That's why I haven't clicked, because it's like if I click on this, it takes me to this site. And then it's like, oh, okay, this is a news site. And I'm like, I wanted the article, not the site. Yeah, and it's always like, if you get out of your bubble, there's a lot of places that are using... Yeah, okay, 44% they say they use AI tools. And I know there's mobile games. There's a lot of mobile games that have started to incorporate AI stuff. Wait, Replaced is doing pretty well, right? I know it just came out. This game always looked really pretty. Okay, I was gonna say, this game looked too pretty to me. As in, like, I don't see where the gameplay is. I see that it's a very pretty game. I don't know. This looked very narrative heavy. Yeah, okay, mostly positive. Oh, corrupted save file. Yeah, okay, absolutely beautiful, but it was so boring. Yeah, just watch a playthrough of it. Yeah, okay, so that's what they're saying, is the gameplay is... Yeah, okay, visuals are 11 out of 10, everything else is boring. That's what I was wondering. That's what the game always looked like to me. I didn't really have a good, like, strong foundation to say why. That was why I felt that way, but... If I drink tea, does that count as hydrating? I'm kind of surprised that there was so many of these that were not... I guess this is an article to read. Yeah, okay, and then there's... It's funny that I have the newsletter for Wheezy Waiter, and yet I have not watched a Wheezy Waiter video in a while. It's also funny, because I don't think he's been a waiter or Wheezy in quite a while either, and yet that's the name. Oh, okay, there's another possible interview for a job that I'm not interested in, but don't drink too much caffeinated tea. We gotta be up early tomorrow. Oh no, okay, I have half of this glass here. It's still, it's past noon. I'm still gonna kill this off and then I will, Oh, and ads are happening. Okay, I can get rid of the glass too. Okay. I mean, at this point, I'm like, we'll just pull over all of the emails, and then just not actually read them right now. And I did not pull over the Bandcamp thing. Chrome does not seem to be very happy, but it's probably because I have too many other tabs pulled up. But... yeah, literally bought me 3 different types of caffeine-free tea, and I go make the caffeinated tea instead. I wanted lychee! Lychee's a good flavor, and I wanted my lychee tea. And I figured, hey, if I drink it early enough... Nah, it's caffeine is one of those, the cause of and the solution to all of our problems. Because it kept me up late last night, and now I'm like, oh, if I drink it this morning, then it'll help me wake up. It's past the morning. It's not morning anymore. Okay. Then I wanted to do my journal, which, like I said, I'm not doing that on stream. I wanted to do... what else? Okay, well, it is ad break. I can go get rid of this glass. I will be back. Okay, well, I'll just read the TLDR and be good. Okay, see, this is an old one. August 7th, 2025. Okay, so this is the new one. Was the article in the middle? Interesting. Yeah, it's because I started reading the articles and then realized, wait a second, I've read one or two of these. I'm like, no, let's... Wait, the 25th of March. It was saying something about Ludwig and the tip-to-tip thing. Because he just finished that, but... Okay, so then that's... Yeah, March, meaning I probably already read that, too. Oh, so this is literally the only thing. Well, that's nice. Yay, I got through basically all my email. At least all my Gmail email. And then they do this. Okay, but I don't really care about Roblox's splitting its 144 million users by age. Or do I? No, okay, that's another podcast thing. Wait, this isn't gonna... Yeah, okay, it's because it's in an email, and I'm like, I want to pull it over to the other screen. But I also don't want to pull over my whole email. But yeah, kind of crazy they made a Borderlands mobile. But it's only Apple, though, is the problem. I'm like, ugh. Again, another one of those, I don't have an Apple phone. Oh, wait a second. It did extends. It didn't go all over the screen. Surprising. Yay. Oh, okay, so I can... so no on the Borderlands mobile? No, okay. Not that I don't have an Apple device, I wasn't excited about that anyway. Although it's kind of crazy, because there's a character from the comics that's a siren that summons, like, creatures and stuff. And that seems to be what they did with the mobile game, is brought that character into reality. Man, it's when I know crazy stuff like that about Borderlands, it makes me so sad that I've only got 50 hours in Borderlands 4. Okay, I'm not working on this. This is not what I'm working on right now. I was messing with the colors. I don't think anybody on stream has seen the new colors. Man, the lighting looks so harsh with the bright kind of gray. Although it's funny because if I did the white, I don't think it would look as... Oh, I wanted to do eye animations. That was one of those things I wanted to mess with. Not a thing I need to be worrying about right now. Not a thing I should be thinking about right now. But I did want to mess with that. Okay, again, don't play the dumb dad blasted mother flippin' game. Yeah, the audio's still a little off. No eye animations? Yeah, I know. I should work on something else. Well, I I want to get something done so then I get inspired to do other things. That's really what the thought process is. Okay, that can bugger off. Please, please, please get a 30-minute game loop working. It works. You could play this for 30 minutes. I watched 2 people play it for like an hour when I was at AwesomeCon. I mean, there's some balance issues, but it works for 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes with good enough variations. Okay. I was like, it's 30 minutes for, like, yeah, you play it once and you've experienced all of the content in the game a couple times over. In those 30 minutes. Oh, I forgot that I changed the, yeah, the gray is a little less, or the black is a little more gray. So, yeah, you've played it for over an hour. Yeah, no, I know. It's the adding the other. Okay, but that's not what I'm working on. I'm working on the dumb dad blasted mother flipping like resume stuff or something. That's really what I should be. I should be focused on getting a job, so I should be focused on redoing my resume, of which I had some notes from a couple different stories. Because this had a thing about my resume too. It was like, yeah, it looks pretty good, and then it's. This was just vague though. It's this. I kind of want to reread this, because I'm like, I remember it being kind of vague. Yeah, and there's so many of these that are like, do you have the long list of keywords? And I'm like, maybe I should look at some example resumes and stuff to see, and to also never switch to the tooltip thingy that you made, right? Nope, I never did. I think it is actually in the project. I think it does say, hey, Brainoid added a something or other. But no, I did not. I haven't messed with it. Honestly, I haven't messed with the game in a bit, so. Yeah, I'll focus on the resume. Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to do. Is like, okay, I really should be looking for a job. I really should be, like, finishing my dumb dad blasted portfolio and stuff, so. Yeah, that was the thing here, is like, the overall design, I don't have any specific recommendations. So it's like, okay, so this is saying, yeah, the top of your resume should be your cover letter, basically. Yeah, exactly. The list of responsibilities and other achievements, yeah. So that's the thing I need to switch out on my resume, is that it just says, I did this, as opposed to, here's the results of the thing I did. Yeah, here, use a bunch more words. I'm not that kind of guy. I want to use as few words as possible. Yeah, it must be keyword optimized, meaning put as many words as possible. Yeah, and then it's listing out these keywords. Oh, I think that was also the recommendation, was to drag the skills up on top of the resume. Here had the list. Shoot, I had a list of things somewhere. Did I get rid of it? Model view model. Do you mean model view controller? So MVC? So that's probably what that's And I mean, I've touched Xcode once. Just like Android Studio is like, kinda. Okay, so some of that's like adding keywords and stuff. Oh, and I did put the skills at the top. It said don't list soft skills. And I'm like, if I put software development, I'm like, that's still soft skill kind of stuff, right? Is the issue. Yeah, I've had a list of like all of my jobs for the longest time. So the fact that I have just the like when I did things. Do I even need that? I don't know, maybe. Let's say if I don't list all of the stuff I did there, then I probably don't. But... Okay. And then, is this too many links at the top? I don't know. It's not a soft skill just because it has the word soft. Well, it's just software development. It's just vague. I'm like, usually, here's the actual tools that you use to do software development. But I'm like, do I need to have the word software development on my resume? Yeah, or like a design patterns. I'm like, what does that mean exactly? Or like application development? I think, yeah, I was good. The blue is the ones that it picked out, right? The green being the ones that I should add. It picked up so much Cisco because I've done it once. As in, like, I spent maybe a week working on that at a job. I did put down Android, right? Yeah. But it's looking for Android Studio or Android? Oh, but then like here, MVC. Should I put MVC? I haven't done any. I enjoyed the little bit that I messed with Salesforce. I don't know that I would want to do that again, but... Oh, and that's... I need to remake all of these. That was the big thing. Was this instead of saying here. I made notes. I'm like, where did I put those notes? Because I thought I just dumped them into a thingamabob. Into Notepad. But looking at Notepad here, I'm like, apparently I didn't? Or Notepad updated. And I've never had Notepad update and kill stuff, though. So maybe not? Oh, that's what this was. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, is this. No, that's the portfolio update one, not the resume update. Yeah, okay, problem, solution, result. That was the thing. I need to remake these to say what was the problem, what was the solution, and what was the result. I did it! I hit pack before fill! Hell yeah. Get wrecked. Not that I'm gonna get the things any faster, but... I got it before both! Hell yeah. That's because everybody's distracted, because I'm not doing anything interesting. Okay, that is what it looks like. Do I need to capitalize that? If I say security clearance, how does it typically list it? Yeah, that has it capitalized, but... now you have to lower the time a little bit, so you have a new challenge. I don't want to work on my reflexes for how fast can I type a thing. Like I said, I am a little bit bummed. Okay, so this has a lowercase. So maybe I don't need to capitalize it, but then this... That's a title for a thing. Well, no, I am trying to highlight a thing in my resume. I think I should capitalize it? I don't know. This is one of those things of like, does this matter at all? No, I think you did a hydrate earlier. I drank a little bit of tea. It said that's good enough instead of drinking actual water. Man, I woke up and I'm like, my leg hurts a little bit. And I'm like, it's because I've been standing on one leg for all of the time that I'm using my standing desk. I just don't want to sit either is the issue. Oh, the Pagorli bot didn't hit the... Why is there... Oh, it's clipping into the camera here, isn't it? Okay, that's a bug that I need to note down if I haven't already. Okay, coaster running into the clip plane. Who's the flamingo? Wait, are you a flamingo? Where did the flamingo thing come from? Who's a flamingo? Where did... I'm so lost. Where did this come from? Didn't I have a to-dos? There we go. Oh yeah, I didn't finish. I took a picture of the blanket and then haven't messed with that, just like I haven't messed with fourth wall. But I'm working on my resume. I haven't finished it, but I'm working on the resume right now. Because the pixel art is slightly less important. Okay, but so the note was yeah, okay, and that was the other thing, was the making a summary for each of the jobs that includes a bunch of keywords. So oh, okay, I said I've been standing on one leg. I do that a little bit when I'm standing. I stand one leg for a while, and then I stand on the other leg for a while. So, I guess a little bit. I haven't turned pink from eating a bunch of shrimp, though. Because I don't eat shrimp, but... Or krill? What do they eat? We're not looking it up. I'm not looking up what flamingos eat. To see exactly what turns them pink. Yeah, okay, and that was the other thing, was actually reach out to people on LinkedIn and say, hey, anybody got any jobs for me? Okay, trim the resume, getting rid of older roles. Yeah, rewrite the experience bullet points, yeah. Oh, and then other relevant experience being... You want to distract me? Wait, this the same person that was like, hey, if you're gonna work on your game, you gotta be focused on this one thing of actually make a good game. And now not a message later. Hey, distractions. You know what's distracting? Making eye animations for the slimes. If you want distractions. But I'm not working on the game? No, I'm not. I'm trying to do the thing of, like, maybe I should actually get a job. Boo, hiss, boo. I'm getting around. That's the... Eventually, down here, I'll get around to working on the game again. But it's a lot of this stuff. It's just like, it's not. It should be done. I should be able to call it done for a while, and then I just keep holding off on actually doing it. Okay, and then that was saying to like... Because I do think that is a good idea of saying, hey, the personal game jams, instead of just putting that in the cover letter, which I have a little bit here. Which, I mean, this is a little bit bullshit, because it's not, like, games that make money, but, you know, they're at least publicly available. Yeah, and I'm like, is that a strong summary? No, not really, but I think it is a little better than the kind of BS there. Like pixel art being on the top of the list. Well, that's because this was, I was making pixel art buttons for my girlfriend to put in the mystery bundles. And that's been kind of accomplished, but there was an ask for more, of which that's why it was here, was to finish this. But then I did also need to update my fourth wall with the buttons. Now that's also not too hard to do, right? None of this is hard to do, I just need to focus on it, and then I'm like, ooh, I've got a billion emails to look at. All my webcomics, I haven't read all the webcomics. Oh, well now I can watch a little bit of a show while I eat lunch, so let's get into Daredevil. It's like, nah. And then, oh, that was a good episode, let's watch another episode. No. It's exactly what I did yesterday. Where I said, oh, maybe I'll do a little bit of Borderlands for a stream, and instead I just watched a couple episodes of Daredevil. It's like, god balls. Okay, this is how do you log into fourth wall? This is my fourth wall shop. Where was the, like, log in? Or edit the page? It's like this wasn't editing the page, though. Game reminded him a bit of Ocean Mirror. Do you know that game? I started Daredevil without you? Well, you're like, you said you wanted to watch everything that leads up to Daredevil, right? That's so much stuff. Like, I could stop watching it. It's been somewhat good, but I didn't like it. If you're still on Spider-Man No Way Home, you're gonna unwatch it, wash my brain. I don't remember anything that happened. I was playing flipping Gecko out on my phone. I was only half paying attention. I was like, yeah, and you're not I was like, I don't know, did you even finish the Spider-Man movie? But no, I even took a picture of the... Did I still have that tab? I should have kept it. I took a screenshot of the stuff that I hadn't seen. But it's annoying that if I look up, like, MCU release order to say, like, oh, what is the stuff... Because I want the stuff that Disney has released. I'm like, I'm not gonna do all of the everything Marvel-wise, because I'm like, I don't have time to watch Runaways and Iron Fist and the Eternals and... But I was gonna get through all of the Disney stuff. Oh, this is the... Okay, this is the one. But I'm down here, and I was like, okay. This is where I was at with this... Can I not highlight? Why aren't you letting me highlight anything? But like I said, if you're in Spider-Man No Way Home, you've got all of this to catch up on to get to here. I'm like, it's gonna be a while before you... No, I did see the message about Ocean Drive. something about an ocean, and then I mentioned Marvel, and then I got yelled at for watching Daredevil. But that's not the first series, of which I heard the first Daredevil series was good too. So you've already seen all of those, all of which? Because I thought you said you stopped at Spider-Man, and then didn't watch the rest of these. Yeah, there. If you stopped here, then that's a ton of stuff. But if you watched all of those and you just hadn't seen Spider-Man. Yeah, because no, I specifically stopped. I said, okay, here I'm stopping. I'm not going to watch the rest of these. But it's just because Thunderbolts looked cool and Wonder Man looked interesting to me. That is hard to read. I don't... Oh, the ones that I mentioned that aren't on Disney. Yeah, okay. So you actually have some context for what's happening in Daredevil. I was a little lost. I was like, yeah, okay, this seems like they're continuing the Daredevil show from way back here. Yeah, I was like, I might have seen some of these. But yeah, Agent Carter I haven't seen. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I haven't seen. Which, I mean, I do like that character, but like that'd be a lot. But yeah, this original Daredevil run, haven't seen. Yeah, it's just the Disney stuff. I don't know if they have like a line for like when Disney bought it and said, okay, here's all of the Disney stuff specifically. But yeah, it was all the Guardians stuff. Not Guardians, Defenders. All of the Defenders stuff. Yeah, you've seen the OG Daredevil. Yeah, so like I said, that would make a little more sense to you. I think I've seen this game. Is it on my wish list? It is on my wish list. Because the colors are crazy. This wasn't like the Devil's Daggers devs, was it? This is something else. It's got some Devil Daggers sort of style. Ah, okay, you flip into the other world. I could see why somebody said this was, Yeah, and I do wonder... Because I feel like I lose track of, like, my mouse sometimes. And I do wonder if you just flip, like, really fast, if that would help. Kebabsel's game? Negatives, okay, negative space being Kebabsel? This is a person, I suppose. Love Agent Carter? Do you mean the character or the show or both? Because I do like the character. I mean, probably just because becomes, that's kebabs. That's not a person, that's just kebabs. But, I was gonna say, Hell is Other Demons? I did see Wild Growth. Apparently people liked that one. Wow, they got some strong color palettes. There, Captain Carter, there we go. I do like Captain Carter because muscular woman. Kebab Skull? Okay, no, I did spell it right, so I guess I just need to look at Twitch? Or YouTube? Or Kick? Or... Oh, what was that old Facebook one? Facebook Gaming? Wait, it is just Facebook Gaming, isn't it? I thought they had a different name for it. Or... What's another streaming platform? Oh, and I'm not following 5 hours ago messing with the compute shaders. Is this Godot? Is this another Godot dev? It's looking kind of Godot-esque. Wait, so which game was... said the game was on hold? Oh, for Ocean Mirror? Is it this one's? on hold? Well, that's another streamer that I can get confused about. Ocean Mirror is on hold. Okay. Well, it sounds like Phil's gonna have to pick it up. Or either remake Negative Space into Ocean Mirror or just say, hey, I'll pick it up. I'll make it for you. Somebody was talking about distracting me, and I'm like, I can do that on my own, by myself, very much. Thank you. Okay, the question was, how do I log into Fourth Wall to... Okay. Fourth Wall dashboard admin, there we go. Maybe this? Is that gonna do it? Because I also have not. Why does this monitor keep refreshing? I don't like that because it goes completely black. I'm like, that's not what I want. Okay. Now we can modify some stuff here. And add some other pixel art. Okay, also, I need to edit you. On archive. Can I edit this? This. There we go. These two images, please. Not the blank back of the cup. Oi, wait a second. It's on this side, and it's on this side. Based on the handle of the mug, it's on both sides. Edit the product design? Okay, hit save on this. Then I can edit the product design. Okay, then if I talk over it, it's probably... Okay, I thought I did it on both sides of the mug. Like, excuse me, I thought I put the... So that's right, that's what I want. It just decided, of all of the things, that you wanted to show the wrong image. Because I have the image on both sides of the mug. And now that I've... Obnoxious. Okay. So now, if I do this... Is that... There we go! Okay, so now the mug's fixed. Why are you picking this? Why are you picking the image that doesn't have... Okay, you're doing that. What? That's not the one that I had. I said this. This. I was like the tilted mug. Looks fine to me. Okay, don't do that. There, because that shows on this side and that side, there is a gnome. So save. Now we go back to here and we do that. Bugger off! I just updated it. Ugh, okay, save. Let's go back to products and see if that just made a bee. I keep thinking about doing some bee pixel art and I still haven't. Okay, whatever. That'll refresh and update whenever it refreshes and updates. But okay, that's better. Now, do I remember how to do this? And then did I have the images? So that if somebody says, hey, I like your little hedgehog that you made, can I purchase it? It'll be... you can get it on Fourth Wall. Okay. Did this have buttons? Because that is... Or is it just kind of fancy, expensive stuff? Streetwear. Hey, I know what that is. Yeah, Moika. All products, accessories, buttons, patches. That's cool. That would be cool to have an embroidered patch of my stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna make all sorts of different things right now. Not stickers. Magnets. Buttons. Pins. There we go. Pins. Set of buttons. Aha. Ooh, and then I could do a couple of duckies and do like a whole ducky set. Or I could just do the, what, 5 buttons that I already had? No, 6. I had 6 different things, right? I had the 3 duckies, the hedgehog, the unicorn, and... what's the 6th one? Why do I not remember? The image is right here. Oh, the teddy bear, that's why. Because the teddy bear looks derpy as heck with the ears being wrong. No, I'm kind of thinking I just do some ducks. Well, if I forgot about the teddy bear, I guess I could leave it off of this too. Well, no, the unicorn is improperly sized. So. Or I could just shrink the unicorn a little bit. I was gonna say, it's probably gonna give it a pretty dang big border, but that's okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. So then go back to that size, because I specifically made it for. Oh, come on. Send a video of the hint line particles. Do you think that would help? Let me see. What it'd be. Why is Discord here? Excuse me, Discord. You're not supposed to be. I moved it. I specifically moved it, so it's not putting. Or ram it, mother flipping balls, asterisks. Maybe? The only reason I say maybe is simply because I don't see the background particles. And I know there was particles in the background. So... yeah, because if there were... the mix of particles and background particles might be a bit confusing. So, that's my only fear there, is that they would get mixed up. Do I need to hit save? Or wait, because I could do this, and then yeah, just shrink the image a little bit. So that you could get a tiny button if you wanted. So now... here? No, that's... okay. You're not letting me hit next. Design is not valid. Cause it, okay, so if I blow it up to... Well, you just said that it was not valid if I... Okay, well then don't do that. So is this valid? Oh, I just didn't scroll. Go ram it. Ay, ay, ay. It's moments like this where I'm like, am I too dumb to exist? Seven years ago. Dang, dude. And again, this is in no way my resume. But I figure... Okay, it's probably because this second, third, and fourth, and fifth are not... don't exist. There are no background particles because it's in editor mode and the guide particles look closer, a bit larger, and moving way faster. So it's easy enough to differentiate, but I guess we'll see next time you play. Okay, I kind of figured that they would be different enough that it wouldn't matter, but it was just because there was no particles in the video you sent that it was like, I don't know if that would... Oh, that's why, because I had to scroll down to get it this. To modify it. Oh, okay, well... So that's the frog hat ducky, and then the strawberry hat ducky. Like I said, I think I should do a whole bunch of different hats and stuff. Yeah, and then I'm like, do I want to modify it so that it's covering the hat a little more? It's like the hat is not fully covering the head right, but then the head is not tilted in a way. I don't know. Okay, and then the sizing on this is probably not the same as the other ones. Whatever, close enough. Okay, wait, duck, duck, duck. And then a goose. Wait, no. A hedgehog, a gargura. Hedgehog. Well, okay, sure. I'll take it. If it's just gonna be in the right spot completely, then I don't have to modify it. And then the unicorn is the one that I'm definitely gonna have to modify because it takes just slightly too much space. Yeah, because then if I look at this... Yep, that's accurate. So we shrink you just a bit there. And then we do it again because this is even smaller. So there. Yeah, and then on the big... Oh! Excuse me. Well, then maybe we do it exactly like I had this one. Hey, it's just in the safe print area, so yeah, it'll be cut off on the small button, which is exactly how it is in real life with the big buttons that I have. Okay. Because it's faster, I've sent a new video that does have the background particles. Yeah, okay. That's entirely workable. I think you need the... Or, I think the arrows are not as necessary if you have the particles. And I don't know if you would want to take out the arrows or not, but... It's definitely looking better, like I could understand it a little better. Okay, so this is... sorted... Animals, I guess, I don't know. Because one of these is a unicorn, it's not even a real animal. So... Yeah, thanks for the immediate missed call. Oh, I guess since I was looking at indie games earlier, let's see what Reddit says. And then I can go, okay, pull that up, and then we go over here, and do that, and then we go over here, and do that. And say, ta-da, here's the thing that I was just looking at on Reddit. Because Reddit's gotten pretty good about, like, oh, you like indie games? Here's yet more indie games from Reddit. A turn-based management roguelike. Everything's a roguelike now. And for me, that's wonderful. Yay! It's definitely more... like play-oriented, more game-oriented. So that is, yeah, that's $3 per button, which is what I wanted to sell for the... So yes, that's entirely accurate. Okay, well... Yeah, okay. So this was important for this weekend, just in case, in the very rare circumstance that somebody asks, hey, I like this pixel button that I got in my crochet bundle. Can I get more? The answer is... actually, yes, you can. Yay! That's the thing, it's like, if I do a new icon, I would have to update all of these to be like, gnomeable old icon. Of which I still have not done the rebrand, which that is also... I just need to look up how you switch out an image in Live 2D. Ideally, otherwise it's remake the Vtuber, which sucks. Gift to Twitch chat? Neat. I guess. Okay, well that's done. So yeah, this was basically just saying add more keywords and stuff. And then... it's only 1:30. It's because I've been doing so many other random nonsense. Okay, there's fourth wall. But I'm not going to worry about the other pixel art for right now. When's the due date on the next set? Oh, and particles only show up when you press the hint key on your keyboard. Okay. And then, yeah, I totally was not reading chat at all. I want to distract you for a minute and a half to get some feedback, so 3 minutes max for intro to Orbital. Have you figured out a half-an-hour gameplay loop for this? I mean, I think I did play the game for half an hour when you sent me the thing to play, so I I already confirmed that there is half an hour of gameplay, so yeah, you did that in the first week. Nah, it's one of those, it's every time. I'm the dumb one. I don't have anything in order. I can never give anybody any crap because they already have answers. I need to have my own printed before May 7th. Or May 9th. Whatever the day is. Okay, so, but I just want to confirm that there was not any more that were needed for the coming weekend. Or the coming weekends. Yeah, okay, May 9th, not the 7th. Well, and that's designs. And that's printing out the designs, or making the designs and printing the designs, and then it's a matter of not necessarily making buttons, but... Okay, but let's get distracted for like 3 minutes. Okay, congrats on your first day at Orbital Dynamics. Riley, your supervisor. Where did the name Riley come from? Ah, there it is. The system loves that word. You don't have to call me supervisor. My actual title is Fluxfield Efficiency Officer. I totally didn't catch the rest. I'll be your friendly point of contact for all things. We're on approach to Fluxfield 7B, one of our stable and well-regulated extraction zones. At the sides, you'll see how Fluxfield drills at work with elegant snake-like beams trimming the rock. They mine, they tidy, they mostly behave themselves, so you're just here to make sure to make everything a little smoother. No need to worry, incidents in your first day are statistically negligible according to our approved statistics. Your role is simple, release the drills in the right order so they glide out cleanly instead of bumping into one another. And then do you have like a... yeah, making the buttons on the site, but they need to be cut out, yeah. And then I didn't catch what the... I keep looking at chat. As a reward for your stunning competence, Orbital lets you reinvest your earnings into approved improvements. Approved improvements sounds a little odd, but maybe I'm just looking for something to give feedback on. Because otherwise, this didn't feel like it needed that much of a tutorial to me. But this does look like a great tutorial. I don't know where Riley came from, but that's interesting. Oh, you want it to sound odd there. Okay. My actual title is Fluxfield Efficiency Officer, which sounds much less intimidating and much more billable. FEO. Okay. Yeah, this is something I want to do for my game, is to have just a visuals of what the game looks like when it's actually running. Okay. But I guess if you wanted it to sound odd there, then you are succeeding. Okay, so what else did I have? So then this can actually move down to... as long as this happens before... This is May 9th. 9th. And then this is also all of my other pixel art. Needs to be added to fourth wall. So other art, and then I also need to print out yeah, okay. And the deadline for that is May 9th. But otherwise, before that, I can do all of this stuff. And again, the game comes after all of that, because that's going to take the longest. Probably on the order of another year, especially at the rate I've been going, which is non-existent. Okay. Right, Riley saying, for Flux sake. That's pretty good. Yeah, things go sideways. You gotta have a twist in the story. Well, I mean, you've got the whole mechanic at the end. where you spin all of the different boxes, so you have a literal twist in the story already. Also, need any prints you want to sell? Yeah. Because I do want to sell that like, yeah, because that's the one that I think has the most possibility of actually selling, is the Borderlands art. Yeah, I think this has the most possibility of selling. Yeah, and I don't even have Borderlands 4 on here. I could try to do some Borderlands 4 characters before the thing. Yeah, I would be really curious if there was an ability to print out a like, what is it, lenticular or something? Yeah, like here. I think it'd be so cool to have one of those tilt to view the poster kind of things. But yeah, this is the one that I think has the possibility of selling. Oh, and the Raccoon King. Yes. Here. Raccoon Queen. Yeah, which is also tempting, but... Okay, I need to finish the wording on this. That's it. I just need to redo the wording. This is okay. I'm fine with okay for now. It's got numbers in it. That's the thing. It says, here's how long I've been doing stuff. And then here's a list of random nonsense. Well, not random, but... Yeah, okay, now this is the stuff that I need to actually turn into results and not just I did a thing. So... You're gonna spoil the story here. Well, that's fine. Incremental game, obviously hard for me to get through, so... we start to see aliens, and the company tells us to kill them. They are dangerous, but then we realize aliens are trying to fix the damage we've done to the universe by overmining. Orbital dynamics cause the rifts, the tears in reality. The rifts being the sub-puzzle stuff. I'm imagining we help the aliens in the endgame and fight against company machines. Yeah, mining, like, I think has a very easy way of ending up with that kind of story of dug too greedily and too deep. I think you should do a few characters from each of the fandoms you've done as buttons. We can figure that all out later, though. Well, ideally what I want to do is... Well, I guess, yeah, because it's a lot of different random things here. Like, if I try to do a little bit from everything... That's the thing, I'm like, I don't know if anybody would care about Clue as much as I do. Where I'm like... Yeah, that's the thing, too, is like, if these are specifically labeled as the character from Clue, that's probably a little too far, right? It's also a question of would anybody like, if I removed the names on these, would anybody recognize what this is at all? Is the question. Kind of be interesting to see. So yeah, orbital dynamics does sound to me like it could be an evil corp. Like I said, it's kind of funny that there's the possibility of me getting an interview with Palantir. And it's like, really, guys? You're not even hiding it. You're specifically naming your company after a villain's artifact in The Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I guess that is the one thing, is like all of these would need to be doctored with like, well, let's rip the name off of this one, let's rip the name off of this one. Like, I spent a while doing the logos for these. I guess this one I didn't put a logo on. So I guess I wouldn't need to rip a logo off, but... Yeah, and there's some of these older ones that don't even have a background or anything. Yeah, but it's like, do I want to print out and try to sell all of these? I don't know. Again, I don't know if anybody's going to care about tiny little pixels. This one I want to sell just for me. Just because I like Doug Dim and Delmon or the Dimsdale Dim and Dome. I still haven't played Monument Valley 3. I do want to do that at some point. Yeah, this is one I want to sell too. This is just funny to me. Okay. I don't need to be looking at a long list of pixel art I've done and would want to sell. Oh, I guess here I ripped off, or I didn't have a logo. Some of these I think it'd be a little harder to do a button, but like a sticker. Yeah, this is one of those, like, would anybody know what this is? I'm like, I've played the Forgotten City. I don't even necessarily remember the, like... Well, I know, I guess the whole game is full of golden statues and stuff. Yeah, some of these feel like they almost need the logo on top. Otherwise, you're not going to know what the fluff and heck it is. Okay, I am so distracted because I don't want to sit here moving words around. And also the music is dead. Oh, because I killed the SoundCloud thing I was listening to. Wait, there was new WMD that I listened to, and I didn't listen to it, like, too many times, did I? Help me narrow things down. Went to 7 cons just last year. He'll help me narrow things down? Well, I guess what I could do is look at the number of slots that I have with the card things that I have. Okay, what in the fluff and heck was I doing? I was... Oh, no, I did listen to this a few times. Did I buy this album? I don't know if I bought this album, but I did listen to it a few times. Okay. Holy heck. I still don't want to mess with my dumb dad blasted mother flipping resume. Boo, hiss, boo. Okay, that's what I was trying to do. There was the other set of notes here that said, rewrite the experience bullet points. Oh, other relevant experience. Oh yeah, and that was the thing here. Mentioned, does this say HTTPS? Because it does, actually, like, the website does have it, but... for which fandoms to bring, we'll circle back, work on your resume now. Well, I would be tempted to do stuff that nobody knows of at all. Just to see if anybody even recognizes it as, like... Because I really liked the Eternal Cylinder, and I'd be really curious to see if there's somebody that's like, oh my gosh, the Eternal Cylinder. Oh, probably the... Oh, this is one of those ones I was thinking of repurposing. It was like, oh, this isn't attached to anything specific. This is generic. For this Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love dropping bombs. Legalize nuclear bombs. I mean, is this good art? I don't know. And I guess if you ripped the logo off of this, would you recognize that it's the Eternal Cylinder? Yes. Big weird train head in the trebums and stuff. And joke's on you, I'm already sitting. One of those breaks I went and sat. Okay. But thank you for the deep breaths. Okay. Let's just do it for here and say Tech Wizards. The problem the solution and the result. And then I just need to repeat that for the rest of the jobs. Which is less than it was. So digital cloak, Well, I have a couple different projects from that, and I don't think any of it is being used at all, which is kind of why I left that job. Because I made 3 different prototypes, and I don't think any of them were used at all whatsoever. It's one of those, like, this might be the ideal situation, but also I do kind of want to have somebody use the things I make. It was one of those, like, if I'm making stuff that nobody sees, I can do that in my free time easily. But I guess it doesn't make as much money. I don't know, I get to the point where I'm like, I don't care about making a lot of money. But you need money to live. Okay, and then well, shoot, I do need to do this for all of these jobs, don't I? Because if I have examples in a cover letter, that was the whole point of this, was to also do example stuff. Okay, so maybe we do this in Google Drive. Why do I have a stand down option? Well, because I had a stand up, and I had a sit up, and I had a sit down. Well, so clearly I have to have a stand down. Why do people question this? It makes sense to me. Plus, if I'm getting a little too heated, you could use the stand down. Why is it not? Is it? Is it weird? Does it not make any sense? Too bad. I'm gonna do sit up and hydrate. I was doing sit ups earlier when I was watching the Daredevil. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should get off of my butt and do something. So then I went and sat down and did crunches instead. So I guess I was still sitting, but I did do crunches at least. Okay. Is it under employment that I have my resume? Yes. So now this will be a new... this will be resume details, maybe? Sure. Resume details. Also, there was a sit up. And a hydrate. Multiple hydrates. Okay, so let's do some sit-ups and then hydrate. I used the lint roller on my shorts, and they're still full of so much fuzz. I don't even have a pet. Goodness me. Maybe it's just because they're black shorts. Really showing any bit of fuzz. Oh, and then ads are happening while I'm doing sit-ups. That works. Okay. Setups accomplished. Now let's actually... Let me guess, chat went speed while I was, Nah, I don't think I've ever seen a fast chat. No, I guess I did have like 80 people stop by the one Bellatra raid. But... Oh, is it the polyfill stuffing that I have started at the place? I don't think so. I think it's because I was doing all that laundry. That was where all the fuzz was coming from. Oh, I think the dryer's done. I think it's finally done. Actually, wait. It's ads. I'm gonna go check that. I'm gonna go check that real quick. Okay. Laundry is done. It's all dry. It's all done. Finally. It's over. It's done. I don't want to do this. I don't care. Boo. Hiss. Boo. Virtual immersive environments. It's because something like the startup I was at for like 2 months, where I had no clue what I was doing, and that disappeared after 2 months anyway. I'm like, what am I gonna say for the problem that was solved? The problem was I didn't have income, and they provided me with a little bit of income. Okay, I'm never going to use this as an example of anything other than I'm a lazy piece of shit, so... Which, you know, that's probably a terrible scenario for a startup, but also... Yeah, but that's every job. I'm like, I don't care. I do wonder if I went to a job where I actually cared, if it would be easier to work, so... Yeah, is the laundry really done till it's folded? Well, it's... My part of it is done for now. I know there's gonna be more to do, but... Step 1 is done. Fully, completely done. It is all washed. I guess step 2 is done. It is washed, and it is dried. So now it just needs to be step 3 folded and step 4 put away. So it's halfway done. It's finally halfway done. It's over. It's finally halfway done. It doesn't hit as hard. Okay, the tech wizard's the problem. Was... Let's see, like online learning of complex systems. The solution being a circuit accurate training simulation. And then the result is I lost my job. The result is I don't know what the result of this was because I didn't get to see. I didn't get to even support it. It was just we finished it and then it was, oh, we don't have a contract for anything more. Oops. Well, and the problem with some of these is just like, this is not anything I was doing. Also, this water bottle is full. This other water bottle's not. I'll go fill it. It gives me another excuse to not work on this. You saw Picori's handiwork. Adding... making a cut across the corner of the screen again, and then said, you know what, I want to make it worse. I guess you're well within your rights to do that. Again, it's one of the scenarios where it's like, oh, it looks all nice if you look at the bottom here, and then there's this. It just cuts across the entire thing. Can I get it to just go up over my head? Right about there. Over just a little more. Okay, there we go. And the white on white, you won't even see it. Okay, yeah. The problem that I solved, that's the thing. It's not the problem that because this I'm explaining what the product was. Okay, the problem that I solved was, let's see. Testing the accuracy of the application, and then this is solution created automated tests from the Unity test runner. I was gonna say, if you want to extend it and make it, you're gonna need a lot of extends to actually get it back up onto the screen again, I'm assuming, because that's probably cutting off. Or not. It's just into the camera's clip plane right there. Extend to 13. Excuse me. Plus, it's, that's... Right now, it is Phil's extension just for Pagorli. So... Yeah, okay. No, this one's way the heck up here. if you're gonna get it back on the screen, most likely it's, I think, heading down. Because this one is here, I think. Is it the bottom one? It might be the bottom one, I'm not sure. But yeah, you're gonna need to do a lot of extending to get it to, Man, every time y'all mess with this, really makes me want to work on the long list of things that I have here. I'm like, I keep putting down more and more of these things. That's not what I'm working on right now. I'm trying to figure out my resume, so I can get yet another job that I don't like. So I can spend 8 hours a day going, why am I doing this? And say it's so that I can make some, it's so that I can spend half of my waking hours just to earn some money. Although the frustrating thing being, now that I don't have a job, I'm still not getting anything done. Good job. Congrats. Yeah, money, that's why. Yeah. Why do you want to work here? I need money to live. That's like the unspoken thing. It's like every time it just feels like dumb nonsense. Yeah, no, there are the lucky few that get to like actually have the job that they're passionate about, but currently you could say still the game gets daily updates. Well, you're not even doing like a daily update kind of game, as in like not like some big multiplayer thing or anything like that. Appa says money for treats for Appa. Yeah, that's the pets. No, I don't think the pets care about money. They just want the treats, so. Because I think, ideally, you wouldn't have to go do some kind of job. You could just sit and pet and feed. And that's the only things that you do. Then that would become your job. Okay, result is the like maybe timely well, and I think it's also looking for specific problems, but like so timely identification of bugs. Although a lot of the bugs were somebody renamed a file, so now the file that I was pointing at, it's like the test needs to be remade because somebody moved a file, and that was most of the bugs I ran into. It was just somebody moved a file so that the navigation is broken again. That's always the frustrating thing too. It's like I spent 2 years doing that basically, but that's also because I didn't put in the effort to actually learn how to do anything to actually do the job. I don't know. It's a combination of I'm lazy as hell, and also I don't care. And it's like, no, you're not that lazy. Well, okay, there's a difference between that lazy and lazy. I am extremely lazy. I'm like, it's an hour. I just need to find an hour to write in my journal, and I can't get up early enough to go do that. Okay, digital cloak. The problem being, yeah, because that was the one specific thing that I did being, let's see, communicating the vision for the VR lab office, via the office VR lab extension. And then the solution being a AR digital twin of the office. Pretty sure they'd be devastated if you got an in-person job. Are you talking for your job? If you left and did an in-person job, they'd be devastated. I'm not always lazy though. Well, and it's my version of lazy is different than other people's too, where I'm like, oh no, I left a plate out. I'm lazy as fuck. I don't know, some of it is just like in the workspace. In terms of like actually doing a job, I'm just not good at it. I don't care. I don't want to communicate with anybody. At least I can kind of identify the problem. It's like I just need to go talk to somebody about what in the heck we're doing, and then can go do it. But there's the part of me that's like, I need to actually say, yes, I want to work for Palantir, and I need to figure out how to work this missile system or something. And it's like, that's not out of the realm of possibility, because I know my dad has worked on, like, missile stuff. What keyboard key would you expect to show a hint when pressing it? H for hint, maybe? I mean, oh, I guess it's a first-person game, because I would be like, oh, the little eye up in the upper corner, or like some tooltip or something. But, well, because I know, I was making a joke, well, maybe not a joke, but I was mentioning that Mario has, like, Luigi as a helper. But yeah, some of it might be just at the start of the level, or wherever you're at on the checkpoint, is a, which that's probably a lot of work to have. I don't know. I guess if you said on a per checkpoint basis, here is an extra, like, lever or button or nodule that says, like, hints. So, did Portal have that kind of thing? I'm trying to think of some of those other, like, first-person games, like, if they had, like, a hint system. And if they did, how did you activate it? So, S for show me how to do it. I think S is a little, the way you control your character is WASD to move. Yeah, like S is already how you move backwards. So if it's S, you're just gonna be moving backward constantly. Yeah, hint system when walking backward. Oh, okay, you were doing a joke there. Well, but I'm also thinking, like, I don't know if Killer 6 even has, like, might have it as a, like, a short, but it's like, has a, like, what does the D key do? And then went, oh, wait a second. Nah, I guess not. Oh, that's all of the shorts that he has? It wasn't in, like, Starfield or something, was it?
No. Okay, listen. Your warning shots there never hurt anybody.
Nah, okay. I thought it turned into a short. For what does the D key do? Okay, that's neither here nor there. Decided to use HCIQ tab for showing hints. So if you feel lost, mash your keyboard. Well, see, and that's another thing of, like, the tutorial of, like I said, I think for me, it would make the most sense if it was just something in the world that you could interact with that says, here's the hint system. Yeah, okay, or top button for controllers. Okay, the result of the VR lab, being... I don't know if it actually got funding for the office. I don't know. Yeah, I'm a little bummed that I contacted the HR person at this company and they didn't say anything. I was like, I don't know if they're still there or what, but I didn't get any kind of response. I mean, they don't have a job listed on their site or anything either, but it was kind of a... Okay, the problem being... let's see, Yeah, this is another one of those, like... Yeah, the company records were in an Excel file. But this sort of made sense, because they were also like, oh, if this is people out in the field that don't have internet, they're not going to be able to put records anywhere else, so... And then... I just don't know what the results were. Because it's not like I was out in the field seeing how people used the software that I made. Plus, again, this is my job versus the specific problem that I solved at the job. I guess for saving records. And then I don't know what the flippin' result was. Okay, problem was manual billing process. All of these, I was not around to see what the result of this was. And then... I do feel like if I got another job, though, that I would actually care and say, nope, I'm done. I am never going to be happy. I'm going to be miserable in whatever job I get, and that I should just work as hard as possible to toss the orphans into the wood chipper or whatever it is. Maybe I should not think about that. That's not what the job is. The job is, I don't know, defense of the country or something like that, too. Like, should add N to the list for real, because all the keys you picked are spread out in other areas of the keyboard, so N will catch the bottom right quadrant of when somebody mashes. Yeah, okay. if you did want to do the full-on, like, mash keyboard for... Did it have, like, a... I don't remember a tutorial of here's how you move around and here's how this stuff works. But... Yeah, there's one problem with this chair, either or the spot that I'm sitting, is that it's slanted enough that I'm, like, rotating constantly. Okay, I don't know what the results of any of these things were. Okay, but again, these are not the product. It is the specific problem that I solved at the company. Yeah, but this is one that I solved, this specific... I guess excited? Customers about the upcoming renovation, which I guess is not upcoming anymore, probably. The tutorials, the friends we made along the way. But it is the standard first-person control that almost every game has. Yeah, WASD and space for jump. Yeah, I know there is kind of a debate on whether it should be E or F as the, like, interact key. Because I think that one is pretty, like a toss-up. That's like a 50-50 if you're going to get E or F as the interact key. But yeah, this new keyboard that I have, WASD even lights up in a different color. So... well, let's see, this is the... yeah, a lot of these are supposed to have, like, a number attached to them, too. It's just, like... yeah, but that's accurate to what it was, is that... you know, he whipped out his phone and was like, oh, look at what the office is gonna look like in the future, and then... people said, wow, that's really cool, and then... I don't know how to put that as a number. Let's see, saved. Oh my goodness, saved. Time, billing process. Can add F. Yeah, F's not a bad idea either. Yeah, because it is just a WASD in space. It's your only keys, so... I guess you could do E. No, E is already the interact key. So I guess you are using E as the interact key for the levers and stuff. Once made a program that asks you... that allows you to ask the keyboard where a button is, and then only that button lights up. Interesting. As in, like, programming the physical keyboard to light up? Or the... like, some kind of digital keyboard? Because I feel like I saw a game recently that was like the keyboard was like they mapped the keyboard and the keys to a dungeon, and then if you want to get your character to move somewhere, you would press that key on the keyboard, which I think is just kind of remaking a touchscreen using a keyboard. Only the end key should show the hint. The escape key. How do you get out of here? Oh, here's the hint. This is how you solve the thing. No, you don't get the main menu unless you finish the game. Okay. I don't know. Some of this is like the company product and stuff too. And then all of these are like, how do I turn this into a single sentence that is like interesting and stuff. Again, this was just program bugs. Solve the bugs. Bugs eliminated. Yeah, but I'm like, how do you make this interesting? That's the problem. You want to duel 67 times? And I was a little too late. I was a little too slow. Okay, soften the lights of the physical keyboard. Okay, Razer's Synapse API. Finish the game to unlock hints that make it easier to finish the game is a great idea. Implemented immediately. Well, it's sort of like Super Mario 64 was that at the end of the game they give you Yoshi, and then Yoshi's like, here's 100 lives. It's like, what? The game's already over. What do I need all these lives for? Yeah, I think the one at the end of I was like, if you want spoilers, if you want more spoilers, there's a Super Mario Odyssey, where if you beat the big challenge at the end of that game, you get to become invisible. Like, the skin that you get is just invisibility. Yeah, like, I think that, like, hey, you finish the game entirely, you're allowed to break it a little bit. I think is a good idea. I think that, like, here's a bunch of lives is a little less interesting for sure. So. Yeah, she's just telling you to get a life. Well, I think it wouldn't be 100 lives then. Because that just lets you play the game more, I guess. I don't know. It's one of those weird ones where it's like, like... Because I know there's a lot of RPGs that do like, oh, you're at the end of the game. Here's this really big, powerful weapon. And then you're like, oh, well, I just beat the big boss. I don't... Where am I supposed to use the big weapon? Or like, oh, you only get to use it for that final scene or something. Okay. Yeah, but then it's the specific things that I made. Let's see. Communicating. Character poses. Well, okay. The problem was understanding how an outfit looks in different situations. Well, in different poses. And then created a menu for different character poses. Is there another? Only the one duel, not a second duel? And he's also a no. At this point, it sounds like you could do literally every other key that you're not already using, or maybe all of the keys. Just literally any key on the keyboard gives you the hints. And then result was... again, this was not a released application. This was a failed Kickstarter. The fact that I can still pull up the Kickstarter is nice, because I don't think anything else exists for this. It's literally just this. Does this have the, like, smushed version of my face somewhere? Because we did try to remake everybody within the application. Or within... What was the tool? But there's a pretty good version of my face that's just kind of a smashed digital. It's just because my face is smashed anyway. I realize it's because I slept on my stomach for like my entire childhood, and it completely smashed my face to one side. And now I sleep on my back as an adult, and it's like, it's not gonna matter now, you already screwed it up. You can't breathe out of your nose correctly. Maybe I can actually find the secret I've hidden for in the game within the next 5 months. You'll have to reach level 26. Hey, I've gotten through a good chunk of the levels. Maybe I should just add compatibility with a webcam to make it show you a hint if you look at your keyboard enough. Has there been a game that's done like a, hey, here's a hint, since you seem to be confused? Also, it is ads, so I'm gonna go use the restroom, and we'll be back. Okay, something about... Yeah, okay, definitely games that show hints if you just take too long but don't remember specifically what. Yeah, no, I think there's some Nintendo games and stuff that do that. But also... Yeah, found the listing on Indeed. See, that is immediately pinging as a bot message to me. But it's like, oh look, I don't know that, yeah, because this is a visual novel, of which I played very few. I don't know that I would be a great candidate for that, but... I do like Indeed, because it does have a new, can I look that up? Because they've got, like, a beta version of the... Like, here, we'll tweak your resume for you. And I'm like, yay! Then it can add all the flowery language that I don't want to. And then if it says, oh, I led a team or something, it'll be like, oh, that was just... it added some extra language that I didn't mean for. You said on Indeed? I have to finish playing so I can finally try Godot and Unreal. Well, that I might want to do just on my own in between, like in preparation for a game jam or something. But this is one of those, like, I hate to break it to you, I've got a long list of games that I've never finished, so we'll see if this game ever finishes. You found the listing on Indeed. Oh, maybe if I get rid of the location, that would help. No? Okay, Indeed. Or company. The company being... One new. Okay. Why are you pulling up Allied... That's not sassy... yeah, I was gonna say. You might need to just give me the link. Because apparently it is not working. Okay. Strong experience on Unity and C#. Contributing to system-driven or sandbox-style games. Ooh. I have definitely done some stuff like that. Client-server architecture. Oops, oh no. Independently in a low-structure environment. Sound technical decisions. Technically, I have shipped a title though with the last job that I just did. We did ship it. Like, we tested it and shipped it and everything, and that's why I got laid off. So, but no, thank you for this. I did not see this. This didn't have to go by and work with indies, did it? Because this really feels like a work with indies kind of thing. I don't know if this was in here. Yeah, this is one that I was excited to apply for. Because I was like, oh, this looks like a really cool game. I don't think that's gonna go anywhere, but that's what I go into with every job. That's definitely what I was doing with dating, too, where I'm like, no, I'm just gonna be excited to go eat food or check out the arcade, and then suddenly that turned into an entire relationship, so. So no, it's not in here. Because this was like a small... but no, thank you for passing us along here. Okay, just out of curiosity, if I type in Sassy Chap Games, no results. Interesting. So they're not on work with indies. It is just on Indeed. Like watching me want me to succeed? Well, okay, wait, go back 1 second. I need to go put this on my list for jobs that I've applied to. Because I am just gonna go apply to it. That's the thing too, it's like, do I want to... Yeah, that was the one benefit of staying up too late yesterday, is that I was actually applying to some jobs. Like, I ended the day applying to a few jobs. And where was this? I'm assuming it's remote. Contracts. And I guess we'll just do this as the link. Okay, but also a conversation that I'm missing. Gonna disable the bot. Oh no! I mean, yay! That it's not gonna have a roller coaster all over the screen. Successful Gnome is happy Gnome, and happy Gnome is happy you. I don't know that you should be building your happiness on my happiness. I guess it hasn't been like a... You said it can't do that? Okay, the more you just spam it with those extend bots, is that, like, it makes me say, I really need to add a thing so that you're not filling up the chat with that. Because then I have to scroll up through the chat to see what the last thing was. But thank you for the, like, watching me and want me to succeed. Well, you gotta convince me that I want to succeed. I'm always just afraid that it's gonna be, oh, and now I'm gonna have some expectations that I'm gonna fail to fulfill. Yay. Yeah, I'm definitely afraid of success. I think that's why I don't put in as much effort sometimes. Yeah, this. I'm like, I found this kind of helpful, because then it adds a bunch of nonsense to the stuff that I don't need to. Oh, wait a second. I was just redoing my resume. Wait, go back. Go back. I lied. I need to. Okay. No. Go back. Back and back. Take me to the job listing. There. The listing. So then before I do that, I can upload the other. Yeah, exactly. Add my own extend end. Or wait until people have to level up to extend end with the bot. No. I specifically don't want the bot because I don't want a ton of bot messages. Like, I want it to be extend with a number and then it does it and not fill up the chat with a bunch of bot messages. I mean, it's already filled up with a ton of bot messages with the Dr. Frank bot and stuff. So I want to cut down on it a little bit. What is this Indeed resume? Or do I want this? Replace with... you, and resumes, and my resume. Okay. And then you are... Oh, so I did do this already? I owe you a deep breath. Yeah, I did miss the deep breath there, didn't I? No, I was doing a deep breath. I just, there's a yawn. Does that count? That counts as a deep breath, right? Okay, so then that is my resume. No, I would be very surprised if I could get a job in the industry right now. That's not gonna happen. There are so many people with experience. Like actual experience and not just some nonsense. Also, again, why are you not updated? Because that's what they said on Monster too. Or like, okay, no, it's gonna say where I'm flipping located anyway. Yeah, okay, I have so much info that is just available. Probably not a great idea, but now I can't change it. Where is the change stuff? I have since moved here. I mean, that's, I could put stuff, but that's not gonna... Okay, not related. Profile? Here, profile, there we go. There we go, location. Okay, there we go. So now that's updated. Okay, now if I do apply with Indeed again for the update's time. Ideally, I don't want to show my entire... like, everything else is already visible. But we're gonna try to at least hide a little bit. Okay, wait, no, this is the... Is this the one that's got the AI stuff on it? Okay, no, this is the old... Just go use the other one. No, it's like, ideally, I need a cover letter. All of these do the, like, here you can upload a resume, and I'm like, that's not... Okay, was it actually grainy AF? No, okay, it just hadn't loaded. It was like that. It was looking kind of grainy AF. Okay, there we go. Ugh, and then they always say, what is your desired salary? And I'm like, I don't flippin' know. I don't know what they expect to pay me. And I don't know what to ask for. Especially because this is like an indie studio. And I'm like, I don't want to ask for like a ton of money and then be like, oh, well, we can't pay that. So... I don't flippin' know. And then this tiny little box for doing an entire... But what is the... And then you can't see the position. Okay, where's the... The fact that it didn't... Okay, just give me the link again. You there, and then the question was systems driven sandbox style client and backend systems. I guess the... Okay, and this is... I still don't have that as, like, a thing I can copy-paste, right? That's just my portfolio is available here, and my other links are available here. No, okay, I don't have that. Okay, how about portfolio info? Can I rename that? Info. There we go. Then I can say... I always want to do portfolio, and that's not how you do that. Yeah, okay. Awkward AF to try to stream doing job stuff. But here I am applying for a job, so it's working. Let's see. And our link tree. Yeah, I know the way you actually get into the industry is you know people, and I'm like, all the people that I know are no longer in the industry. And also, I don't know if there's a heavy Unity focus, because that's the only thing I've done. It's like, maybe, if you like Borderlands so much, learn some Unreal, and then you could go work at Gearbox. And then make... I don't know that I would want to work on Borderlands, though. It's one of those series that I just want to experience for myself. And even that, I haven't even finished Borderlands 4, so I don't know what I'm going on about. Okay. This is one of those. And then it's another one of those, like, just watch me type. Whatever. Again, I've installed my own Panopticon. It's all good. That's all I need it for, so... Because they were asking for, I guess, creative? Systems-driven sandbox-style games, but also client-server architecture. That's the thing. I'm like, here being the multiplayer stuff, of which I've messed with but not gotten good at, and then here, I've done some sandbox-style stuff, but they're looking for a specific story. And then in this tiny little box, I'm like, that's not super helpful. There's a bigger box down here for something that's not even related. But don't talk yourself out of it. But I love doing that. I love shooting myself in the foot. I love blowing holes in my own feet. And turning my feet into Swiss cheese and saying, nope, it's never gonna happen. No hope. Don't hope. That's the thing. My bar for success on these is a response. I'm like, I will be ecstatic if I get a, nah, sorry. And then I'll be even more ecstatic if it's like, hey, we want to do an interview. And then I'll go absolutely insane and frothing at the mouth if it's, hey, we want to hire you. Oh, let's just put the link. See, that's the thing. I feel like a lot of the way I apply to jobs is I just spam links. And I'm like, go look at this. Go look at this. Go look at that. And I don't know if that actually helps or not. Is it not going to pop up with the game? Gee, thanks. Man, if I ever actually figured out the multiplayer architecture for this, now I'm like, wait a second, I do have a couple people on the stream here that might actually be willing to help me test this. Yeah, this was like, here's an explanation of trying to get it working. Okay, there we go. It's always one of those awkward things of like, here, look at my portfolio. It's a game where you shank other people. It's called Shank Your Friends. That's what I want to show off to the people that are hiring me. See, and I don't know if this also... Does this hurt my chances? I don't know. It's one of those things of like, you have to put it every single time. Well, and I guess that's specifically what that is supposed to be, is that it doesn't hurt your chances that you put all this information in. But... there's that question of like, do they just not want to hire yet another cishet white guy? Probably. That's fine. I've had all of the opportunities in the world, and I've squandered all of them. That's the other, you know, kind of problematic thought process that I have, is that I'm like, I am the most... extend money? Are you trying to stretch your dollar? It's paper. It might be kind of hard. Well, no, I guess it's cloth. So you could do it a little bit, maybe. Oh, and the question was, I did put this on my... Nope, not you. I did put this on my list of applications, right? Yes. Well, now you got me thinking I should just apply to some jobs here. Especially because I was looking at work with indies. And I found one that I was like, you know, we'll give it a try. Yeah, I'm not a marketer, though. Oh, this one was the GMT thing. So I'm like, GMT, I think, is the exact opposite of me in terms of on meta. Now you're just having fun hitting extend? Or is this testing the bot? Oh no. I was gonna say, are you trying to do extend the number of quacks you can do? Maybe that's the thing I put on here too, is quack, and then it can yeah, testing the new bot. Oh no, so you can quack at me 600 times in a row. This one, there we go. Gee whiz. And then also number of quacks, so that you can quack like crazy. Oh, nice to have being a shipped title. Nice. Yeah, see, the thing is, GMT, I think, is exactly the opposite of me. GMT to EST is... So if the day started at 8, it'd be, yeah, 4 a.m. Yeah, they're saying plus or minus an hour. So it's like if the workday started at like 9. I mean, I could get up at like 3 and then be at work by like 5. And then get off by like 2. Or, you know, I could apply for it and not gonna happen anyway. Oh, you gotta try. No, the thing that I try to hold is the, like, if I have fun applying for the job, if, like, looking at the job looks interesting, and, you know, filling out another story of, oh, here's some cool thing I did, at least then I can feel like I'm having fun with it. Contract remote. Not happening. No, I think you jinx it when you say that, right? Super hot VR quest? Arcade light gun shooters, that's also a roguelike. Interesting. Brace yourself for the bot to work. That's, you know, scary. Okay, and I'm not gonna subscribe to Meta Quest necessarily. I do have a Meta thing here. I would have fun doing VR stuff again. Just the tweeters? And the icon isn't updated? I was gonna say, that's YouTube. Which I think I already... Is Thingy Paint what they're working on next? Or is there... Are they... They're playing with their thingy? They want to hire somebody to help them play with their thingy. Is that what I'm understanding? Oh, that's a debut game. Okay. But is that what they're actually working on? Horror and comedy. I mean, I have a horror comedy VR game. Like, I've made that combination of things even. So... Okay, yeah, and then it opens it up in this other Outlook thing. I really just needed to do this. And I knew that that's what I needed to do, and then I still didn't do that. I guess I'm getting some job applications done. Yeah, not an interesting stream, but... And this is for a junior technical designer. I mean, game development wise, I'm still a junior, but... And I mean, even software development wise, I haven't learned a lot either. Because every job I've had has been like, here's some simple stuff, because you don't seem to be doing anything. And also, we just need you to do simple stuff anyway, so... Oh. I like that the Pagorli bot popped off instead of the, hey, let's try to get the slimes. Okay, now to craft an email. I don't know, it was a narrative-driven game, but it was definitely a horror comedy VR game. copy paste the thing that I put at the top of my resume. Rather here. Okay, maybe we do go grab that thing that I put at the top. So then this is also the like... Wait, no, I have an example cover letter somewhere, right? I've done this before. And I'll do it again, and again, and again. No, wait. My drives. Then we go over to here, and then cover letter, right? We go over to here, and then cover letter, right? There we go, basic cover letter. I have not updated this. I have not updated this in a long time. Okay, yeah, no, that's not. Yeah, that was my one fear about doing this was... Let's put even more of my information online. Test plus build 5M package for deploy 1M deploy 20M. I'm scared. I don't know what that means. What are you trying to do to me? Ooh. Oh, it even does a message there specifically for you that says you need my attention. Just complaining about builds and deploys. This is for job stuff? This is a job that you're working on or something? Or... Oh, 5 minutes. Test and build takes 5 minutes. Package for deploy takes 1 minute. And the deploy takes 20 minutes. So half an hour to test and package and deploy. Ah, that's what the M's were. I finally understood it. I mean, that's half an hour of waiting, though, right? I guess if you're trying to get something done as opposed to just doing something. Okay, but then the question was... attention to visual and mechanical detail to make every interaction juicy. I don't know that, Gnome coin? You're adding your own Gnome coin? Oh boy. And then you're gonna add it to the blockchain? Let's see, well, I definitely need Bird Game. Because that is a horror comedy VR game. Which is very specific, and that's what I get for making all of these games. I can actually point to a specific thing of like, oh, we're making a horror comedy VR game in Unity. Oh, I've done that before. The Quack chain? Interesting. Is it built on the Quacks as opposed to the Gnome coins or anything else? Or I guess the Gnome coin is built on the Quack chain. I saw those ducks again today. I saw a couple of ducks. I haven't seen the whole 4-duck gang in a while, but I did see the couple guys hanging out. Okay, and then we take the thing off of the new resume here at the top. Okay, how about I made a... There we go. Okay, and then the question being, what else did I need to put on there? Extend money? Does that add money, or does that just list out the money? How do you add more ducks to the coaster? I believe it's ride. Because I think you can type help. If you do exclamation point help. But the only issue with that is that it pops up with both the stream avatars and stream elements and the roller coaster all in the same. But I believe it's exclamation point ride to add more ducks. Oh, I don't have the list of commands here, do I? I should do that. Okay, actually... Oh, yeah, there we go. Ride, POV, extend. And then help, obviously. And what was the other one? Is like chat stats for me on stream avatars? Oh, it is. It is my chat stats. Almost 60,000 messages. Dang, dude. Y'all be yapping. Although, I feel like I haven't been hit with a yawn in a long time. I'm not gonna ask for 2 more, despite the fact that that would make it into the 4 digits there. And then the extend. Oh, pack is probably also making its way. It's yeah. If I actually fix the program so that you don't have to do extend 19 times manually, then that's gonna die. Oh, and then global channels. Messages per second. Interesting. As it, yeah, it's less than. Brainoid is the top chatter. That's surprising. I guess Brainoid does get fairly chatty. And I think was around before Phil by a little bit. Not a lot of it. Oh, these are chopped in half. That's what's happening there. So yeah, if you combine the fills. Well, Oxbot's in here. And Polycube. A couple of people I haven't seen in quite a while in the chat. And I've even been streaming at a earlier hour than I used to. Okay, did I have anything else to say here? Because if you just look at my portfolio, you can kind of see that I've done all sorts of nonsense. And then shipped titles, particularly on mobile. I don't have like a list of mobile games, but if I did my here, and then I go to here, and then platform, then you can just see, okay, the mobile, yeah. Of which I think I could even send this as a link when I have this site up and running. So, definitely a, hey, I should finish this dumb dad blasted mother flipping portfolio for applying to jobs here. Whatever. Okay, that's not a great thing, but... Okay, so that is 2 jobs applied to. I like to do 3 jobs in a day. So I want to go find another one. Sure, why not? Okay, how do we get rid of some of these tabs? Because it's too many tabs. I think did I date everything on my wish list? I might have. Okay, that was Sassy Chap Games. And then, was there another work with indies one that I wanted to look at? Freelance 2D artist. I'm good enough for that, right? Let's see, 3D generalist? Wait. This means a 3D art generalist, right? Yeah, 3D art assets. No, I have no clue how to do 3D art. Well, I have a clue how to do 3D art, and the idea is I have no clue how to do 3D art. That's what I've learned. I've learned enough to know that I know nothing. That's what that one philosopher said, right? A creative director role. Party game, drop-in multiplayer, social systems, and level design. Have I done a lot of party games? Not really. I do like party games. Hydrating. Nah. Boo. I'm gonna get hit with more hydrates because I said boo hiss. I have not played a bunch of VR or social stuff. Yeah, don't want to hear me complaining about my kidney hurting because I didn't hydrate enough. Yeah. You can get to hear me complain about not drinking enough water instead. The complaints will never stop. Oh, I pulled this one up. I don't think I ever sent anything there. Okay, this I feel like I looked at. I think I... Oh, yeah. I think I even applied to this one. I can complain about having to load the car on my own. Well, if I complain about my back, does that... Oh, this is with the team behind Roland Rascal, right? Or no? Okay, upcoming work on Rolling Rascal. Okay, a general understanding of Blender's geometry nodes. I don't. I need to work on that. I'd be curious. I'd be curiomatic about it. And I'm not a Sonic guy. I'm a Mario guy. I've done a Mario cosplay. I have not done a Sonic cosplay. like I have the kind of thing for this, right? Plus, I don't know that I would want to just do marketing. Actually, there's a good number of, I was like marketing, community and growth manager, social media and content creator, video media content creator. Yeah, that's always surprising to me that, oh, that was this job again. Okay. Do I want to look at more Indeed? You can help me understand geometry nodes. I just remember what we're making for dinner. Ooh, I am hungry. It's only 3:30 and I'm like, yeah, no, you're hungry? Yeah, that's where I'm at too. I'm like, I hungry. Based on my researches now, it shows it. Okay, also, I think I'm gonna stand up. Truffle goat cheese protein noodle mac and cheese. That does sound good. I do. Man, and here I was like, I'm feeling slightly lighter today. I went for a run and like, and now, and now, hey, you want some protein mac and cheese? Yes, I do. It's gonna make me heavier for sure, but do sound good. Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, I want to look for remote stuff. Do I want to? No, but Gorley said believe in yourself, or maybe just believe in me who believes in you or something. What? National Beef? An RPG developer? I think you're confused. What does he mean by RPG or RPGgle? What is a RPGLE? RPGgle? I typed in game developer. Why is it giving me all of these, like, manufacturing something RPG something or other? So. Yeah, I talked the other day to finish the goat cheese remote or local. Well, I was just doing, there is no game development in, or at least there's not a lot of game development around here, so that's why if I'm gonna look for game development, then I was like, wait, this is a mini golf designer? I do know 3D design tools. I have not made any, like, mini golf courses or anything, but I didn't even think about that being a job of, like, wait a second. Who's the guy that makes, or who's the person that makes the mini golf course? It's free. Free's cheap enough that I will buy it. I don't even know what this is. Okay, do I have the... I didn't even... No, this is just too fun of an idea of... I'll apply to, like, a mini golf making. That sounds super cool. Wait, full-time making mini golf courses? I feel like it's one of those things that you'd be doing for a little bit of time, and that sounds much more like it'd be a contract job, not a full-time job, but okay. Well, this would help if I had a large swath of levels that I've designed, of which I don't. I like mini golf a lot. I haven't played it in forever, but wait, there's make your own mini golf video games, right? That's a board game. I feel like there has to be like a virtual make your own mini golf course. This is Castle Golf, lets you make your own mini golf courses. But it's okay, how about it's Steam? Does Steam have a mini golf designer thing? That has to be a thing. There's a mini golf VR game. Well, there's plenty of mini golf games. I mean, there's even 4D golf, of which I have that on my wish list. But why is hentai strip shot under mini? Is shot being the mini golf thing? Yeah, okay. But if I type in mini golf, it's gonna give me like so much nonsense. Is 4D golf in here? Oh yeah, mini golf. I was interested in. Yeah, Meow Wolf. I know somebody who just got hired at Meow Wolf. Yeah, and I know somebody who's doing escape room stuff too. Man, because I used to design my own, like, marble courses out of Legos and stuff. Oh, and then that's middling? Wait, why is it showing me all of these? Because if I type in golf, it's going to give me something else entirely. Oh, is it just because the word's mini golf? Aren't you going to show me the most popular? Sort by popular? Or? Seems really odd that like mini golf here that is sitting at very positive is not like at the top of the list. Plus, I know there's the 4D golf, right? That's what it's called. Which I feel kind of bad because I saw his last game, saw it looked super cool, and then I was like, oh, this looks super cool too, and then I just haven't played either. Oh, I don't have Hyperbolica. Okay, I just put it on my wish list to play it, and then never did play it. But I do like watching these videos. Okay, that's... Again, so distracted. Okay, not Castle Golf. I just was surprised that it didn't pop up with like a make your own mini golf course kind of game. That just feels like an obvious idea. I was gonna say, I've also done gardening and stuff, and not like... Actually, no, that is a job that I don't even have listed on my on my resume. It's a job I don't even have listed on my resume. Landscape design specifically. It was just a construction job. I just did a little, like, local construction job for a little bit. Does that count as landscaping? Does that count as landscape design? I've helped my mom with gardening a bunch. Does that count as landscape design? I'm definitely gonna say no on architecture. I have not done graphic design experience within the entertainment industry. Yeah, it's like architecture is one of those ones I don't think I can list at all, but I want to say yes because I'm like I've done a bunch of gardening with my mom. Like I've done a bunch of helping her out with that stuff. So is that landscape design? No, but I mean, sure. No, believe in yourself. That counts as landscape design. Doing a bunch of gardening. That counts as landscape design, right? And then I'm gonna say Unity developer on the and supporting documents. I don't have any like because I know like my uncle, he went and made like a whole, not a castle, but he made like a whole cardboard course that you could drive a little RC car around. Do I have any of that like physical game design stuff? I've done tabletop stuff. I can think of an experience as a kid where we took one of those rubber playground balls and then we had plastic bats and then we each took one side of the garage and then tried to bat the ball past each other. You know, making it just like a physical version of whatchamacallit, like well before that even existed. Team Reptile. Why do I know the name of the company, but not the flippin' name of the game? What was it? Hyperfunk? No. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk? Lethal League! There we go. But basically did a physical version of Lethal League as a kid well before Lethal League existed. Okay, do I want to do a cover letter on this? Because I do love the heck out of mini golf. Oh, there we go. I can just type out a cover letter. Log off or work early so you can go vote. That sounds entirely reasonable to me. The spawn pack being just you gotta wait a second, like literally just a second or something. Have I done? I haven't done any like. Because that's really what I need to do, is point to something on my resume that looks like, hey, I've made a mini golf course. Oh, my current game is like, here's a pinball game that like, oh, yeah. Not entirely. Do I have any? Well, I have a couple games that look like they could be mini golf related. So, yeah. Have I done any bouncing around, like, ball physics kind of thing? Like, this kind of thing is bouncing around ball physics. Like, marshmallow squish, kinda. Oh, and then plunk isn't on here. But that could definitely be a thing. I don't really, because this is one of those things of like, oh, I've done a bunch of Unity development. It's like, that's not what they're asking for. They're just asking for a designer that's... EGS? Again, I'm never gonna hear it from them, but it's just a fun idea that I'm like, wait a second, I should go make my own mini golf course and then take pictures of it and then... Let's see. Oh, you quacking at me to go get the pack, I guess? Or you just wanted to quack at me? I don't know what to do for the rest of this cover letter. Because I've done things that are related, and I love mini golf. But I haven't done mini golf specifically. I'm like, I don't know how to... Okay, it's one of those. Maybe we just jump in the middle here and say, I don't know, this is just a bunch of BS, but... No, it's true, but it just doesn't... I don't know if it really speaks fully to the job in a way that would be good enough. I don't really know how to say the things that I'm working on in a way that, like, makes sense for this kind of job that doesn't necessarily use the same language of, like, video game development, but... Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know if I have any pictures of, like, any of that old stuff I did. Why are we adding more spam? I was just saying there's so much bot spam in my chat, and you've added... more of it. Why have you added more of it? Why? An ability to chant and everything. No, why did you add an ability to have more bot spam? We don't need that many. We don't. Because I think you said that was an ability for everybody to spam things. You could say extend and then say hello. Oh, and it's because you're a mod. I do wonder if somebody else tried to spam something like that. Then, Okay, I don't really know how to do an intro to this, but I'm like, here's some stuff, I guess. Here's a game that I made that sort of supports the idea of making my own mini golf courses. Do I have anything else that looks like a mini golf game? No. Although, come to think of it, I'm like, I have a lot of stuff that looks like it could lean in that direction, and I just didn't. I don't know. This is something I'm never gonna hear from again at all, but I don't know. It's just because this is a designer for. I don't know what to do for the intro though. It's like I don't know how to say the intro of like. I don't know how to just say this, and I don't know if it's gonna matter. Oh, okay, leveling up doing the stream streak. Okay. I don't know. This is nothing. Who cares? Nobody's gonna see this or read this or care anyway. The real issue is just the fact that this is not level. I didn't hit the button. Fuck off. Did that exploded everything? Yep. Okay. Let's retype it. Okay. And this is why this takes forever. And the music's dead. And I got other stuff to do because it's 4 o'clock and I was gonna go do other stuff. And I still haven't done my journal, which is going to need to be done now because I won't have an opportunity on the weekend. I don't... Again, I'm putting all his effort into a job that he's never going to come back and say anything to me, good or bad. And also, it's a long shot. I don't understand why typing is just so incredibly hard for me. I'm trying as hard as I can to get good at typing, and it's just not happening. Let's see. There's some amount of experience for the job. Is that a cover letter? No. Is that some kind of... I'm just... It exploded last time. There's something with some links for somebody to look at and say, what? I don't understand. There we go. I don't care if that's not a good cover letter. Nobody's gonna look at it anyway. Okay, I applied to 3 jobs. This did not get put on my list of jobs I applied to. Can you go back? Oh, here. Is this the job link? Share, copy link. There we go. Okay, that's 3 jobs applied to. Now I can do my journal, which is not a... Or rather, I could go finish the resume, remake, right? But thank you, Pagorli. Do I like escape room games? I do. I've done, like, 2. Like, I don't think I've done much escape room stuff, but I do like it. That's, again, there's all these things that I'm passionate about that I don't do. Like, I love caves. I don't go caving at all. Okay, music's dead. It's almost 4 o'clock. I need to pee. I think I'm gonna kill the stream here. And, like I said, nobody's... knows what I'm doing. Ain't nobody here anyway. And then everybody complains and says, no, I'm here. And then I say, why? I'm applying to jobs. It is the least interesting thing. I find job applications miserable. Watching somebody else fumble through it sounds like a form of torture. I'm assuming Woody Devs just started a stream. Oh, hey then. Did they just start or just end?
People turn down free money by not switching.
Why did I unmute it? Why did I unmute it? Want to make an escape room game? Just not sure when. Oh, and you're talking like not an actual physical escape room, because I'm like, it'd be a little hard for me to come to wherever a physical escape room is, but... And then I read so many articles about, like, using AI to help you learn makes you dumber. Which really does not help.
Get attached parent actor, because this is where, because we're attached, right? We're attached to the flexi.
I was gonna say, he's mostly a YouTube guy, right? So streaming on
is a message.
Twitch is gonna be...
We can actually further, like...
Oh, not live on YouTube.
We can also validate this by casting to it. We can actually cast to
Wild. He be a YouTuber. Why he not be YouTubing?
Data.
And instead be...
And then from here we could just go...
Be streaming here.
Twice.
Okay. But, now this is making me want to double check.
If you have a younger
There is, in fact,
player,
anybody here, right? There's at least, like, 2... Oh,
your,
except for the fact that...
from your
I was gonna say somebody might have left. Ah, we can still raid over
animate, so you
here.
can
Who
just-
cares?
You can use one of these. You can just cast it, which is cool.
I want to go say hi.
Give you the data
What am I
back.
doing? I'm over here.
What we could set up here, though, also, which would be cool, is
Physical
if
escaper
it
would
does
be a
have
little
swords
expensive.
animation, that the
Yeah.
the sword animates itself, which would be kind of a cool way to deal with the problems of like, do we have enough content? You know, so
Don't think it could be done for $10.
for a melee weapon, we could
Uh,
either
I think as long as
like
you have the
animation
room.
for a static object, but we could set up a timeline, and then the timeline could just like sing.
Voted.
across it.
Nice. Do you also want to raid over here?
That's pretty cool. That's a cool idea.
Do you want to help me raid if you
It's
are
gonna
in
look
fact
really
here?
weird in a character that
If we do in
has,
fact have like
a-
3
an
people.
arm that looks like it should work.
Okay, and I will not be around this weekend. I am having a busy weekend. And then may or may not be around. I should be around Monday. I don't think I have anything going on Monday. Yeah, okay, I don't have anything going on next week, so. Okay, but we will raid over
there's
here.
this
I need to pee,
move to object
so
thing here,
you'll have to give me a
and then
second. I need to
you move
piss.
to a target actor.
And
So
then
the way this is gonna work
I'll be
is
back.
if you
But
successfully
okay, I'll be
hit
back on Monday
ChatGPT,
most likely at some point, hopefully noon.
Then
So,
you will.
Goodbye. I'm
or-
still gonna
or
say good night.
whatever
Goodbye. Good night. Good luck. Have
nefarious
fun
enemy-
sleeping.
I'm gonna be coyer about this now
Bye.
that we're getting like closer to actually having this stream. Once you get over to him, then you're gonna be able to.